All right, guys, we're back with our Dr. Campbell. Oh, isn't he quite the fleet of foot? Come on, let's see his shit again. Come on, Dr. Campbell. Yeah, I got time to choreograph. Fuck them, patience. Yeah, get it. Look at me. Oh, yeah, detailed choreography. Detailed choreography. Yeah, yeah. Look at me and look at us. No patience around. But I thought overflowing, not overflowing.
Hi everyone, it's Dr. Jason Campbell.
Oh, Jason.
And we just wanted to thank you.
Oh well, no, Jason. Thank you. You know that was quite uplifting while we're under quarantine. Yes, that was quite uplifting. Okay. Hi guys, Total Control 871. Welcome back to part 2. Hope you stuck around for it. Taking a critical analysis of the COVID-19 alleged pandemic. We're talking about basically all of the holes that are in this story. Now, that is Dr. Jason Campbell. One moment, he's crying into his phone and talking about how he's exhausted and how all the other doctors are exhausted and how they don't have correct protective equipment and how the patients are just coming in fast and furious and they're dying by the dozens a day, dozens per shift. But we just saw Dr. Jason and another doctor, a few other doctors. They're not just simply dancing. See, I could understand if they were just simply, in between patients and wanted to blow off some steam. Okay, I understand the whole psychological decompressing. I'm with you. But what we just saw would require Dr. Campbell to make rounds around the hospital grounds. Hey, yo, listen, I'm trying to do this thing. I'm trying to put this video together. So you're talking with other medical professionals and you're getting them to come away from their day, okay? Make time in their schedule, make time in your schedule, and then you're going to practice the dance. You're going to choreograph the dance and teach them to dance, and there's time for all this while allegedly hundreds of people are dying per day. Okay. All right. How about if I move on to some of my checklist here. Check. Here's a theory, because I just wrote out like some stuff that's in my head, and hopefully maybe it'll shed some light. UV, ultraviolet light. I'm already loaded up on. I got like 5 windows open up there. I have a couple of videos where I pointed out a couple of years ago, as I was like, talking about whatever it was that was going on, that the bipolar skies, cloudy one minute, sunshine next, and that's been going on for quite a bit now, for the past couple of summers. I think this might be the 3rd summer that we're rolling into, where I don't know, is there a sunshine shortage? God knows, once upon a time, what was it, in the early 90s? The hole in the ozone, was it CFLs and all kinds of stuff? And that was the big thing that people talked about. And this, from what I understand, I think the hole in the ozone has healed up a while ago. That's cool. But are we getting enough ultraviolet light? Because, in case you don't know, ultraviolet light kills all kinds of shit. If we're not getting enough ultraviolet light, then that would account as to why these germs and viruses are just kind of hanging around. They're finding places to weather the storm of summer, the storm of sunlight. For us, a storm is rain and snow and hail, but for them, the storm is sunshine. Sunshine as being the best disinfectant, both literal and figurative. Um, where I stand on the COVID validity, I'm sorry, but I guess I am dropping anchor in hoax. I think something's out there. I think there is a virus going on out there spreading. I do think it is stronger than the regular flu, but I just don't think it's what's being purported. So I do believe we're being lied to. My next point here: big empty MASH hospitals. The naval ship Comfort, 1,000 beds. So far, it's treated 20 people. Womp womp. Sorry. These big ass empty MASH hospitals, and they're treating nobody. This big ass ship came into the harbor, fanfare, ticker tape, parades, and shit. Once again, more first responders celebrating when I thought they were so overrun. There was also I could play you some footage, video. There was like 30, 40 nurses and doctors poured out onto the pavement, and the fire trucks were there with the sirens and the lights and the woo, we love you guys. Apparently, they're not so busy that they didn't have time to come outside of the hospital and enjoy the ticker tape parade that was put on for their benefit. Not cruise ship, but naval ship Comfort. All that effort getting it here, and it treated 20 people, 20 whole people. Woo! Okay. Playing fast and loose with the cause of death. That is going on. Why did this person die? Why did this 60, 70, 80-year-old person die? I've already spoken about this. They're starting to tweak some of this stuff by saying, well, it's COVID complications. Let me put it to you like this, okay? If you were to dig up old case files, because they do reports, people die, okay? What about 2 years ago when somebody 70 or 80 years old died, okay? What was the flu? Did the flu kill them or no? I mean, what's it going to be? Or is it just simply whatever narrative, whatever's trending, what your particular agenda is as to, so what, they're picking and choosing when they want to call it flu and when they don't want to call it flu. Man, I'm telling you. I know how I sound when I talk about the mark of the beast. I might sound like a religious nut. I'm not a religious nut. I'm not a terribly religious person. I'm just simply taking note of what is going on. Well, let me ask you. Is America falling under house arrest? Yes or no? Okay. Are they already talking about the non-symptomatic people as being infected? Oh, no, you're infected. Okay? You're infected. You just simply don't know it. Okay? And even if you're not, well, then you're going to need this vaccine, so that you don't hurt anybody. We don't want you to be a danger to yourself or to anybody else. And if you ever want to leave your home again and do anything again, well, then you'll accept the vaccine. It's not just simply your home employment. They're already talking about employers restricting asymptomatic people. When you say asymptomatic, you are alleging and implying that you are infected You just simply don't have symptoms. You can't come, because that's what they're trying to create, a narrative that says that when the whole thing is over, I don't think it is going to be over ever. They're ushering in a new world order. The end game, I'll come down here to my end game here. End game. To regain your rights, you must comply with the mark of the beast vaccine. And you will be stripped of employment. You'll be stripped of everything. Just like it says in the Bible, Like I said, I'm not a religious zealot. I'm not a nut. So I can't really quote you Bible. I mean, I know the book. The book is Revelation. Or the verse and shit. You seem like intelligent people to me. You can find what I'm talking about. My Aunt Raleigh, I have been thinking about her. She was the preacher woman of the Pentecostal church that I attended in my 20s. Man, I haven't thought about religion in ages, but I really gotta admit, I have been thinking about picking up the phone, I have been thinking about picking up the phone and just kind of picking her brains over what she makes of everything. People can't even have funerals. That's the thing that I don't quite get. In case you can't follow along, the reason why they're making funerals illegal, it doesn't take that long to bury somebody. You can say your goodbye. You're no more. You're no more subject to being infected. Attending an outdoor. I can understand the indoor of the church, but you should at least be able to take your loved one to the grave site, have your memorial, a little 20-minute or whatever memorial, say your things, do whatever it is that your religion tells you to do, and then, crank them or lower them down into the ground, and there you go. They're making this illegal. But you can go to the supermarket that'll have 3 times the people. The reason why they're making the funerals illegal is because there's such a lack of them. Okay? I still have yet to see the bodies. Where are the dead? Okay? Just like our caskets that are not open, you don't see any. You assume somebody's in there. I think they showed video clip a guy running a funeral home with I don't know, maybe about 10 bodies in the size of this living room, kind of stacked up, 10 bodies the size of my living room here, stacked up along the walls. And okay, I see it, but I'm sorry, it looks pretty much like a morgue that you see in any of those Scared Straight videos. Hey kids, don't fill in the blank, don't steal, don't rob old people, don't gang bang, don't sell drugs, whatever it is that your thing is. They bring the kids into the morgue and they show them the dead bodies. And I'm sorry, I didn't see anything so far that was anything more drastic than your typical Scared Straight program. So where are the dead? I still have yet to see them. We are being lied to, but to what extent? Like I say, the end game is to strip you of your rights. Everybody's going to be under. See. It's not locate just a handful here and there and put them under house arrest. No, they're not, like they've been saying. We don't want to do this ad hoc. We don't want to do this county by county, state by state. We want the federal government to put everybody in America under house arrest, punishable by law. Okay, once that's been achieved, then and only then, if you want to come out of your jail cell, then you will accept the mark of the beast. Do you understand? Okay. I don't have my glasses on right now, and it's for a reason. I have been abusing my glasses. I've been using them too much when I like to watch. Oh, wow, that's high definition. Everything suddenly becomes very, very crisp and clear. What am I going with this whole thing? um, it's like a vaccine. Okay. My eyes weren't this bad until I started using the glasses more. Now when I don't have them on, it's like, you know, same thing with your vaccine. So I've been trying to shy away and wean my way back off of the glasses, especially with the way things are going right now. You won't get medical service unless you accept the mark of the beast vaccine. You won't be able to do anything. Nothing. What was so interesting also, I'm going to throw this little tidbit in here. Where is my time? I'm at 16. When I was thinking about I was at the drugstore buying my cold medicine, and I understand there's a lot of jokes that could be told about your cliche meth head or junkie. Think about this for a minute, because I started thinking about things. I'm always thinking. You got your mark of the beast future rolling in, and you can't do anything. But you need medicine for, you know. Did you ever stop to think that what would be referred to and regarded by a person like yourself that might be middle class and and doing so well, at least until the mark of the beast was unleashed, and you're now, like our V resistance, have gone underground, and unfortunately can't exactly go to hospitals and doctors' offices. You get your medical wherever you can, um, like it or not. A meth head, they know how to compound drugs. Can you imagine that? Where you're now in a future where the neighborhood drug addict has become the underground pharmacist. If you can compound drugs to get your high, then you most likely should be able to compound drugs to do other things. See? That's why I say don't look down on people. You'd be surprised as to who it is you're going to end up needing in life. Have I got any more talking points here? Yeah, that Jussie Smollett analogy. I'm waiting to see how CDC is going to rectify its past comments. Okay? Come on, fuck it. Well, I got the whole thing here. Let's see. Boop. Let's see. Do. Let's take a look. Wait a minute. No, stupid. I tell you. Data for the U.S. number of deaths. 2,830,000 death rate, deaths per 100,000 population alike. So, what can I say, people? I don't, I'm not glib about it. I'm not glib. But my whole point here, in case you can't make it out, you know, people die every day. People die by the thousands every day, and they have for quite a long time. So it kind of harkens back to what I was saying about when they death certificate. Let's see, playing fast and loose with cause of death. Past flu deaths, and you know, if you go back to 2015, 16, 17, the 80 and the 70, 80-year olds that died during those years, what's put down? Is it natural causes, or was it the pneumonia, or was it, you see what I'm saying? What's going down on the death certificates today? You know, is COVID-19 being put down as the cause, or is something else? They craft their own narratives. All right, I'm at 22. I held you guys hostage long enough. Thank you so much if you stuck around for part 2. Let me see. Did I get to all of my what you call it? I had some. Make sure I got to all my stuff here. Did you Italian? Yeah, I got everybody. We did the V. We did our dancing doctor. We did our Italian alleged mass graves that, 30 seconds of what exactly? And yes, we have, we can come back to this, this was just really, really spooky. Oh yeah, and right here, it's your tattletale number, that right there is your Gladys Kravitz number. Like I say, I'm not that type of, my religion, it's more in line with Madeline Alengol, The Ancient Harmony. Interesting enough, when Disney remade A Wrinkle in Time, even though A Wrinkle in Time referenced Christ a couple of times, a few times, there was no mention of Jesus Christ in the remake. However, they did go on to cite other prophets of other religions, so we saw where Christianity was vilified in that movie. Right now, as I speak to you, there are people secretly gathered together in homes and basements, maybe even a few attics, just like Anne Frank, so that they can have their religious service, running the risk that somebody somebody in their group might call the agents. Interesting choice of words. Isn't that what they were called in the Matrix? Agents. Mm-hmm. You know, my Aunt Raleigh, the preacher woman, when she would talk about uh, the end times, one of the things that she would say, she in her sermon, in her Bible study, she would talk about how religion would become illegal, how practicing your faith, you know, practicing your faith will become illegal. And she would say this one part of the Bible where it says, "Thy word have I hidden in my heart," meaning it's going to get so bad that even carrying a Bible, being stopped, okay, by these agents, and having a Bible in your possession will be grounds for arrest, detention, you know, for your own good, for everybody's own good. My Aunt Raleigh would talk about how you're going to have to hide God's word in your heart so that when you come together to commune and have service, it will be in secret. And you're going to have to be able to recite scripture without a Bible because the agents are coming for you. Total Control 871.